Hey everyone, welcome back to Malaysia in Focus, the channel where we break down the big stories shaping our nation. Now, we're always told that to get good with money, you need a better budget, a better spreadsheet, maybe a bigger salary. But what if the real battle isn't happening in your bank account, but right between your ears? Because today, we're diving into the hidden psychological forces that are really in control of your ringgit.
So let's jump right in. We're going to look past the numbers for a bit and really get into the mind behind the money. And honestly, there's no better place to start than with this killer line from the best-selling book, The Psychology of Money. The author, Morgan Housel, makes this brilliant point. Getting rich isn't about being a math genius. It's a soft skill. It's all about how you behave, how you handle things like greed and fear when everyone else is panicking.
But that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The ideas in the book, sure, they're universal, but the way we actually live them out here in Malaysia, well, that's a whole different ballgame. And this, my friends, is where things get really, really interesting for us. You see, while the principles might be global, our unique Malaysian culture, our systems, they completely change how we see and interact with money. And the very first clue about our unique money mindset, it's hiding in plain sight, right on the cover of the book's Malay translation.
Okay, check this out. The original English title is all about understanding what's going on inside your head. But our local version, Seniman Jinatkan Wang, translates to the art of taming money. Whoa, that's a huge psychological shift. It suggests that deep down, a lot of us don't see money as just a tool, but as this wild animal that needs to be tamed, to be brought under control. This idea is so fundamental to how we think.
If this little insight is already giving you a clearer picture of our Malaysian mindset, do me a quick favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons. That way you'll always stay ahead on the biggest issues we cover here.
Now, this whole idea of taming money, it runs deep. Our financial behavior isn't just shaped by our personal feelings. It's heavily anchored by some uniquely Malaysian institutions that kind of force us into certain good habits.
Just think about the EPF, or KWSP. We see it as a retirement fund, right? But psychologically, it's so much more than that. It's basically a system of forced discipline. By taking that money out before you even see it, it automates the single most important behavior that Housel talks about, just letting your money grow and compound for a very, very long time without you messing with it. It saves us from ourselves.
And for a huge number of Malaysians, there's ASB. You can think of this as a psychological safety net. It's seen as super stable, super safe. And having that rock-solid base gives people the confidence, that all-important sleep-at-night factor, to go and take bigger risks with their other investments, maybe in the stock market. On paper, it might not be the most rational high-return strategy, but for our peace of mind, it's incredibly reasonable.
And that right there brings us to the core conflict in Malaysian personal finance. It's this constant tug of war between what is mathematically the best decision, the rational one, and what feels emotionally right and necessary for our situation, the reasonable one. I mean, our lives are complicated, right? So many of us are in that sandwich generation, trying to support both our aging parents and our own kids. Then you've got the crazy social pressure to have the right car, the right house, to show that you've made it. And we're always trying to balance what we want with our duties to our family. All of this means that the purely rational choice, like investing every single extra ringgit, often loses out to the reasonable one, like keeping a big pile of cash on hand just in case something goes wrong. This table really nails it. You take one of Housel's principles, like wealth is what you don't see, well, our mandatory EPF savings totally takes care of that. It's hidden wealth, automated. But then you look at another one, the man in the car paradox, the idea that no one is as impressed with your stuff as you are. That one often gets thrown out the window here, because the social pressure to signal your status is just so high. We take these global ideas and we bend them to fit our local reality. So, with all these unique pressures, how does anyone actually feel good about their finances in Malaysia? Well, the answer, it turns out, isn't just about earning more money. Local research points to one single psychological factor that's more important than anything else. It's a concept called your locus of control. It sounds complicated, but it's actually super simple. An internal locus of control is when you believe that you are in the driver's seat of your life. Your actions, your choices, they shape your future. An external locus of control is the belief that your life is controlled by outside forces. Things like fate, luck, or other people. Okay, so here's the kicker. Malaysian research shows that just knowing about money, financial literacy, isn't enough. For that knowledge to actually turn into good financial behavior that makes your life better, it has to pass through a kind of filter. And that filter is your internal locus of control.
It's your core belief that what you do actually matters.
And friends, this is probably the most powerful takeaway today. Studies done right here on low-income Malaysian households found that a person's belief in their own control was a stronger predictor of their financial satisfaction than how much money they actually earned. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much control you believe you have over the money you make. That's a game changer.
Thanks for sticking with us through that. To get more clear insights that cut through all the noise in Malaysia, go ahead and join our community. Just tap like, hit subscribe, and let's keep making sense of these big ideas together.
So I'll leave you with this final question. Forget about being perfectly rational for a minute. What is one small, reasonable decision you can make this week that gives you a little more sense of control, that helps you start to tame your own money? Just think about it. I'll see you in the next one.